Hi everyone, I just wanted to bring a little bit of testimony and thanks this morning regarding my time in hospital last week. I think you all know that I went into hospital to have half of my thyroid removed because of a benign growth on it. And with all the COVID stuff, back in September I'd been told at my pre-op that I would need to sort of be sensible for the 2 weeks beforehand, like shield. But the surgeon himself had said it was fine for the boys to go to school and that kind of thing, and then to have the test a couple of days before, and then after the test to completely isolate myself away from the family and everything. So that's what I'd done. So I get there on Monday last week, 7:30, sit there, and basically what happens is they are calling people in one by one and questioning them about how well they've followed the COVID rules and stuff. So when I explained, what I'd done, they basically said, "Oh dear, we've got a problem. The rules are what you should have done is isolate completely from your family for 2 weeks." So, for example, the lady in the bed next to me had gone into an Airbnb for 2 weeks so that her children could continue going to school. The regs had changed between my pre-op and now, but no one had told me. So they basically said, "We don't know if we can let you in because, you haven't followed the regulations. Go back, sit outside, we'll get everyone else through." And then she said, "I'll have to go and talk to someone and see." So I went and sat back in the corridor, and thankfully I was on a chair which sort of faced away from people, and I was looking out the window and freaking out, basically. Just lost it. Some of you had been messaging me already, so I was sending back prayer requests, to some of you, desperately saying, please pray, the thought of having to isolate from the family for 2 weeks, having already done quite a lot of shielding this autumn, the thought of it being pushed back, how that would affect Christmas holiday, etc., etc. So I was just in bits, really. And Kathy sent me a prayer and was really emotionally holding my hand through the phone this whole time. And Sarah Jackson sent me a verse, and others of you were praying. And I don't know about you, maybe it is just me, but I do have a tendency to be really quick to ask other people to pray for me. And that's a good thing, I think. There have been times this year when stuff that we've been going through has been really big, and we've really needed people surrounding us with prayer requests. I always think of it like when Moses is praying over the battle, and as long as he's holding his arms up, they're winning, and when his arms drop, they lose. And so his two friends come and literally hold his arms up for him, and that's how it has felt at times, where we've really needed people to stand with us and hold our arms up in prayer. But on this occasion, I suddenly felt like God was really challenging me, that I was asking other people to pray, but I wasn't actually praying. I was just sitting there kind of blubbing and panicking, to be honest. And so I felt a very definite and gentle, firm challenge from God saying, do you trust me? Do you trust me? Everyone else is praying on your behalf, but what about you? Do you trust me? And I had this moment where I chose, thankfully, to look in his face and say, yes, I do trust you, rather than looking down at my phone as my lifeline and, just relying on other people. And as I got to that place of being able to say, yes, I do trust you, then I completely calmed down immediately. And then within seconds, the nurse came back and said, it's okay, the surgeon has said you can come in, Lee. And just to say, yeah, if you're someone that ever finds yourself in a situation desperately sending out prayer requests, that's good. But don't forget to look to God for yourself as well. Okay, bye.